I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer.
Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good! And stop! Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
Let's go drink some beer!
Back again, and as I promised, I'm going to bring you some really interesting and unusual beers. Interesting and unusual in that they're seasonal beers, and so you only see them once a year. And this is the best time of the year for beer, in my opinion. Yes, I know, a lot of people say drink them in the summer when it's hot and enjoy the cold. But I say drink the big beers in the winter when it's cold and enjoy the warmth. The warmth you get from a warming beer is full of alcohol and filled with residual extract that gives you the calories you need to stay nice and warm this holiday season. And speaking of this holiday season, I'm going to bring to you one of my favorite beers. A beer from Pyramid Brewing. That's right, Snowcap Ale. Snowcap Ale gets rolled out every year from Pyramid in a big party. I mean, big party. I've seen them having groups like Nirvana open up for these parties. Yes, they have that kind of power. Nice report on the bottle. Ooh, screw cap. Big no-no. You've heard me say this before, and I'll say it again. I do not like screw caps on beer bottles. Why? The reason is simple. Glass bottles on screw tops is very thin, easily broken, does not hold pressure well. The screw top lids are not as heavy or as thick as regular crown caps. Same cause and reason. I've had some bottles that were a couple of years old. They were either infected or worse, they were flat. And there's not much you can do for flat beer except hope you got a carbonator and a CO2 system so that you can get it a little bit more carbonated. Let's see how this beer pours up. I've had this beer before, but this is the first of the new season. And it pours up this beautiful, deep, brownish amber color. Nice off-white head. And it smells of caramel malts, dark chocolate malts. It has this wonderful kind of cooked stewed fruit aroma, something you'd expect to find in a winter warmer. I'm going to find out how this booger tastes, and I'll bet you it tastes just like it did last year, except even better. Oh yeah. The roasted malts and the dark caramels definitely hit it off. This is a very tasty beer. It's about 7% alcohol by volume, so it's like your typical winter warmer. Most of them are going to be in the 7 to 9% range. I mean, I'm not including barley wines or imperial stouts or imperial IPAs. Those you can get year-round. I'm looking purely at the seasonal beers that are only available during the holiday season. Typically, that holiday season starts out around late October, getting ready for Halloween, I guess, and all Halloween parties, and then going into Thanksgiving, and then finally you'll see these ending up just after the New Year, and you'll be hard-pressed to find these after the New Year. But these beers do lay down nicely. You get some of these beers, put a couple of them down, hold them for next year. Try next year's version with this year's version. I've already done that, and unfortunately, I drank them over at Dean's Scene. So if you watch Drinking with Darren, you'll see Dean's Scene, and you'll see us drinking those beers and enjoying a nice winter warmer. The next beer up, you're going to see something that's even better. Cheers. Okay, I'm back. And I'm back with another beer. Surprise, surprise. This time, I've got Winterfish from Fishtail Ale. Now, Winterfish, some people say, really isn't a seasonal holiday ale. But that's what Fishtail calls it. They say that this is their winter seasonal ale, and I figure that if Winterfish is called a seasonal ale, so be it. It's also about 7.5% alcohol by volume. A little bit more alcohol, probably a little bit more body. And it pours up a real deep gold, light amber color. It's got a slight bit of haze to it, could be chill haze. These beers are still fairly cool. I typically store my beer at very cold temperatures so that they keep very well. And then when I'm ready to open them, I'll go ahead and open them up a half an hour, 45 minutes after I've taken them out, letting them accumulate to a temperature of about 50-55 degrees. That's where they open up most and give a lot of their characters up readily and easily. Oh boy, you can definitely smell the Cascade hops in this one. There goes my cuckoo clock. Anyway, this is a really good beer to demonstrate that not all holiday ales are malt bombs. It's nice to have that extra residual extract to give you some warmth and some much needed metabolic energy so that you can fight off the cold biting winter that old man winter brings to us, or Jack Frost nipping away at your nose. Now here I see a lot of hops in the nose. I bet there's going to get some hops in the palate too. Well, let's find out. The bitterness is subdued, but it's got a definite hop flavor. Now, a lot of people don't understand the difference between hop flavor and hop bitterness. Hop bitterness comes from the isoalpha acids that are isomerized during the boil so that they produce the bitterness that balances the sweetness of the residual malt extract. Hop flavor is this herbal, grassy, sometimes spicy, sometimes peppery kind of flavors that come through, but it's a flavor. It's not really a feeling. It's a definite flavor, kind of like caramel is a flavor that you find in malt, or breadiness, or toastiness, or some other kind of malty character. This has got a hop character, a hop flavor, and it very much reminds me of like a Centennial or Cascade style hop, one of the big C hops. You can remember the C hops, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer, and then in a few minutes I'll be drinking my third and final beer this week and let you know what my conclusions are. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. That was a very refreshing respite. I tell you, I really enjoyed that hoppy beer after the first beer that was so malty. When you go from malty to hoppy, the hoppiness helps to cleanse your palate of all that excess malt. But now that I've accumulated all that hop tingle on my tongue, I hope this next beer is going to be a malt bomb. I hope that this beer is going to get rid of it. And I know that it will, because this is Dick's Double Diamond Winter Ale. Now for all you skiers out there, I know you know what double diamonds mean, especially when they're black, and there are 2 black diamonds on this bottle. It also says that this is a 8% alcohol by volume beer. Well, we're going to see if this is 8% or not. That means it's going to be brewed to a high gravity, and hopefully it should have a nice malt extract to it. Very nice sound. I love the report. And we get a nice pour. Deep amber color. Nice off-white foam stand. It's almost getting to copper on that color. Oh, talk about malt aroma. I smell nothing but malt in this. Maybe a little bit of hop, but it's mostly about the malt. This is definitely a malt lover's dream, and this is what I was asking for. I wanted something to scrape off all those wonderful hops and give my mouth this nice, wonderful, yummy malt return and basis. Okay, let's take a taste of this one and see how it tastes. Oh yeah, definitely what the doctor ordered. You've got to have malt to back up hops that you've just taken off another beer. If you alternate between malty and hoppy beers, you'll find that your palate doesn't get so tired and you can actually drink more beer. But it's not about drinking more beer, it's about enjoying the different flavors from different beers. It's about enjoying the beers that are dry versus the beers that are malty versus the beers that are hoppy. And you can still be malty and hoppy and dry. That's a different combination. One that I strive for in my own beers. But you'll find out in your own sojourns of beer drinking. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll bring you some more wonderful winter warmers. In fact, I'm making a whole month of shows dedicated to wonderful winter warmers, ending up with a crescendo of incredible beers, rare beers you might have read about or heard about but haven't seen. I'll be drinking those for your drinking in good pleasure. Thanks. Cheers.